Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, this is Disney Movie News, bringing you the most up-to-date discussion and commentary in Disney content.
This song is my jam, just so you guys know. What's up, guys? Welcome to Disney Movie News, the show where we will undoubtedly, without fail, always talk about Disney movie news. What's up? You can follow Popcorn Talk and get a digital version of the TV guide, if you guys even know what that is, of all the channels or all the shows on this channel by following Popcorn Talk on Twitter. My God, 1 week I'll get it straight.
No, this is your last chance.
Okay.
We're gonna kick him
Follow
out.
Popcorn Talk on Twitter. Say it 15 times fast at the Popcorn Talk, and on YouTube at youtube.com/Popcorn Talk.
No, the Popcorn Talk. You're fired.
Oh God, Sarah, you got me all kerfuffled.
Well, where can I follow you?
You can follow me. Classic Leo. You can follow me on Twitter at Leo Zombie and everywhere else at Mr. Leo Zombie because, Mr's my dad's name on Twitter.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Oh, and my lovely lady, take it away. You guys are the pro-host.
Yes.
Two blondies.
I'm cosplaying Keetin tonight.
Hi.
No, for real. I just wanted to show off my my beanie, so my hair was a mess. My name is Sarah. You can follow me online at Sarah Snitch on Twitter. I'm Sarah Snitch on YouTube, and Thingamavlogs is, of course, the Disney Collab channel Leo and I work on, so I'm repping them tonight because we just got beanies.
We got merch now. Support.
And the OG blonde.
Oh, I'm the
original.
OG blonde. For the longest time, I didn't know what OG meant, but I just found out recently.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
Yeah.
you can follow me at Keetin Marchi on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you guys should really follow Sarah because, you could see what she did with this wig a while back when she played Miss Swan.
I did Emma Swan.
Yeah, and I was Peter
awesome.
Pan.
He was Captain Hook. Come on.
I was like, why were you Peter Pan? He's the worst.
As always, by the way, before you want to get into? Yeah, that's what I was going.
Mm-hmm. For once, all of us wearing Disney shirts.
We did it. Let me see what you got over there.
Okay, so it says princess on my left boob. And then on the back, it has
I hope to be as curious as Ariel, as self-sacrificing as Belle, blah, blah, blah.
Independent as Mulan.
Confident as Jasmine. As loving as Snow White.
As
blah, blah, blah.
fierce as Pocahontas. Not what it says, but
it's all cute little characteristics from each of the princesses.
I want one.
Because I play princess. I think it'd be a great.
I want one, but I want the animal sidekicks, as troublemakery as Miko.
As hungry as Miko.
Yeah, we both went Miko for no reason.
As sly as Mushu.
Raccoons are my spirit animal.
I got this Buzz Lightyear shirt.
Buzz Lightyear.
I love it.
I felt like I was being really inappropriate because I was staring at your breast trying to figure out what exactly it was, and then I realized what it was.
And I'm wearing Star Wars 77, and I like this shirt a lot because I can wear it out to work, and people are like, hey, nice shirt, man, because it's not a Buzz Lightyear thing.
It's an OG shirt.
It's OG.
Yeah.
It's OG.
People don't make fun of my Buzz Lightyear
Original
shirt when I go
grandpa.
I think your Buzz Lightyear shirt's awesome.
Well, if I wear a Buzz Lightyear shirt to work, people be like, what? Are you on drugs? What's wrong with you? But if I wear this, they're like, hey, Star Wars, very cool. Cool, man. That's trendy right now.
And he wore Star Wars because there's so much Star Wars news.
There's so much Star Wars news. There's a galaxy full.
That's why I brought popcorn, because I like to just let these two talk about Star Wars. And I'm just like...
talk. And she's going to be talking with her mouth full of popcorn. But we've got a boatload, or you can even say an Imperial Star Destroyer load of news pertaining to Star Wars because so much stuff was released because of the Seasons of the Force at Disneyland.
Yes.
It opened up.
So much of this news
Did
came.
you guys ride on it?
No,
we haven't gone
no,
yet.
Not yet.
We
We're
were
going this
there.
weekend.
We were there when it was soft opening, but we're going to film a bunch of stuff for Thingamavlogs, and so we were taking a whole day and just doing it.
Yeah, we're actually going to get there
instead
early
of doing it a
for
little
a
bit.
change.
Oh my God, we're going to get there at Park Open for the first time.
Yeah,
I know.
Whoa.
I know.
When are you guys going?
Saturday.
I just want to say Park Open's a little ambitious. Let's slow down. So.
Leah doesn't get it. We're going to get there at 8 a.m.
That's what she thinks. Anyways, so listen, we went, it was during the cast preview, so the cast member preview, they were all rubbing it in my face, which was stupendous, and now I want to go even more than ever. But because of that, it opened up officially Monday, and everything's leaked. Not leaked, but exposed. All the news is out. There's explanations for things. Characters are running out and about. It's a crazy universe right now. So, and the first bit of that news is some information on Kylo Ren's lightsaber, which is the cross with the lightsaber with the cross guard on it.
It's been talked about since the first teaser.
People were pissed about it.
Well, no, they were just
People were like, why?
curious.
What is it?
Well, people were pissed initially.
They were. I'm telling you.
And that is
they're pissed
because the thing was that's actually a very bad design. Because it could cut your wrist
You can hurt
off
yourself,
if you're twirling it about.
Not only that, but it could cut a lot of things off. It's just yes,
it can also cut off an ear. Yeah, that's exactly what you meant. So you have to be careful with those things. So there was a lot of talk about why he would choose that design. And then when he ignited it, it had a crackle and a flicker, and people were just like, what is up with this thing? Turns out, as the plaque at the event shows at Seasons of the Force Inside Interventions, it talks about this is an older design of a lightsaber. We don't know why he's going with it. It could be that he's trying to... either he found it or he found primitive plans. Nobody really knows what it is. But the two cross guards actually are exhaust ports for the lightsaber, because it doesn't, in that design, in that version, the original alpha, the OG version, they didn't have the technology to make the lightsabers consistent. So it crackles and it diffuses.
You know what? It's like a katana versus a broadsword. And they both are kind of like used the same way with the same type of fighting style. Like, just pure.
In real life?
No. Well, the katana is like super, super sharp.
Well,
and that's how
the katana is a
and
one
the broadsword
swipe.
is heavy.
Yes.
So it's
a
like,
crushing
it's
weapon.
all yes, but like it's
But the thing is, lightsabers have no weight. So
I know, but I feel like the same. It's the two shapes. That's what I'm referring
no,
to.
that
Shapes,
is
the
classic.
shapes
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. Sarah?
Briefly, it has been brought to my attention in the comments that not everyone knows what Seasons of the Force is.
Seasons of the Force. Sarah, you're the park expert. Why don't you take that?
In Walt Disney World, there's this thing called Star Wars Weekends, where they do Star Wars themed events and characters and food and just like special Star Wars celebration every year. And then Disneyland has never had that, but this is our version at Disneyland of Star Wars Weekends, but we're calling it Seasons of the Force because it's coming out around the holidays in time with the movie.
And it's during the week.
Well, it's not just this week.
I know, but it's not a weekend. It's
weekends,
It's a season. It's a whole thing. And there's a lot of changes that happened that are happening in the park because of it. Basically, Tomorrowland turns into Star Wars Land. Star Wars characters are running about. They're all over the place. A lot of them were revealed. Actually, all of them were revealed this week.
I'm upset about that.
What?
About
Tomorrowland needs to stay Tomorrowland.
Well, that's why it's only temporary. It's kind of like holiday. The night before Christmas.
Holiday,
yeah.
I know, but it's still. I don't like that. Tomorrowland is so classic Disney.
Yeah, but
I know the movie sucked, guys, but come on.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's classic Disney World to have Star Wars Weekend. I mean, not super classic, but it's been around for a while out there.
It's a fan favorite.
And Star Wars, Star Tours has been a part of Disneyland forever. So,
Well, not forever, but.
well, you know what I mean. Calm down.
You have two blondes and we're feisty
I know. I'm
tonight.
I have my work cut out for me tonight. But
It was released in the 80s.
but speaking of Star Tours, they actually added an additional. You can actually go on Jakku, the planet that they're showing in the new movie. That becomes the third option. It becomes a new option in the second. Because the way the ride works is
We
talked
talked
about
about
this
that
last
last week.
we did.
Yeah.
We did. Okay. Well, I'm
Never
just
mind.
saying.
Moving
For
on.
those of you who weren't here last week, there's a new part of Star Tours. Anyways, so yeah, that's what happened with the lightsaber. That's the explanation of that.
We should skip ahead, I think, to the other thing happening at Seasons of the Force, which is the Path of the Jedi recap event happening in Tomorrowland Theater.
Go.
Okay, so
See, this is when you get to talk about Star Wars.
I know, I'm like, Disneyland. The Tomorrowland Theater is where Captain EO used to be, where Honey, I Shrunk the Audience used to be, and now, recently they've been using it to hype up movies. They had a Big Hero 6 preview there. They had a Tomorrowland preview there. And they have put in there a show called Path of the Jedi, which is a 6-movie recap of the Star Wars movies. It's recapping the first trilogy, the new trilogy.
You go in the morning and then you leave at night because you have to watch all of the movies.
But I really think this is so smart because, like, there are people like you, Leo, who are both Disney fans and Star Wars fans. They're going to see it no matter what. Like, there are all these people who are going to see it no matter what. But then there are a lot of Disney fans who are like, okay, this is Disney now.
I've never watched
the
movies.
maybe they've never seen it, or maybe they're
Sarah.
I've seen all of them.
No,
oh my God.
But our friend Aldi on Thingamavlogs, like he just recently watched them all.
Really?
It's like
you met Aldi.
It's so smart because it's like helping people become included in this fandom.
Yeah, and it catches everybody up. And if you haven't seen them in a while, I understand that everybody fanaticizes over these things like me.
Yeah.
And they saw it once in the '80s, but this is a good way to kind of get caught up and
Which
ready for the
versions
new
do
one.
they show? Do they show?
They don't show the movies. They recap the movies.
Okay.
They show clips.
Yeah, so they show clips. So it's really, it doesn't matter. But I'm wondering if they show if they did show clips, the canon ones are the most recent ones with what's his name?
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen as Anakin.
Kill them all. The women.
Well, no. Like at the end of Return of the Jedi, they superimposed him instead of the original Anakin. It would be that. That's technically canon with the new voice actor as Boba Fett. I can go on and on and on. I'm not the happiest about that, but you got to take it. You got to take it. So yeah, they put that in there, and that's kind of cool.
Now we can talk about your guys' bet.
So here's the thing. So for the uninitiated, Keetin and I have a bet going on that if Luke Skywalker turns out to be evil, that's the bet, right?
Not necessarily Kylo Ren.
Not Kylo Ren.
But
He's
evil.
for sure not Kylo Ren.
He's for sure evil.
If he's evil, I have to come on the show dressed as Slave Leia. And if he is not evil, then she has to do it. So everyone out there, you need to pray tonight that he is evil, because I know you want to see this. But it's not going to happen. So, here's the thing: is the reason all of this stipulation is going on is because there's been no mention of Luke Skywalker anywhere. His voice
not on the poster.
His voice is in one trailer, and it's assumed that his hand is touching R2-D2 ever so delicately.
But he's not in a brown robe. He's in a black robe.
He's in a black, which, by the way,
what?
actually, let me clarify something. In Return of the Jedi, he wears all black with a black robe. So
that's because he's super moody. Return of the Jedi, which was originally called
Someone
Revenge of the
hasn't-
Jedi,
which-
because he was supposed to turn evil after he goes to the dark side and
the
kills
reason
his
they
father.
didn't, no, that's not why. They were going to call it Revenge of the Jedi because it was him coming back and avenging the Jedi, and they changed it because revenge is not a Jedi quality, and Luke is the embodiment of a Jedi.
But
so
Luke,
I believe.
Okay, embodiment of a Jedi. He lies.
in
He
your face.
lies.
In
Jedis
your
don't
face.
lie. Luke lies multiple times in that movie.
These aren't the droids
Second
they're
of
looking
all-
for. That's a lie.
No,
That's a lie. Obi-Wan did that in the first movie. Jedis do lie. They use mind tricks.
No.
That's what they do.
he did
There's
not.
an entire
He
move,
just straight up
mind
lied.
trick. I mean, there's ways around
Okay,
it, but
guys.
anyways,
Leo, don't worry. I already,
in the chat-
sent him the link for the Princess
Luke-
Leia slave
Luke is not
Leia
evil.
costume, and it's going to be a collector's item, so he should buy it now.
yeah, sure. Listen, in the chat, I want
I'll
you
get
guys.
it for you for Halloween, for Christmas.
We're gonna wait a long time. In the chat, I want to know if you guys think that Luke is gonna be evil or not. But anyway,
Everyone's
so JJ,
already saying no way.
No way, Jose. Yeah, exactly. So J.J. Abrams says he made a statement about this, why Luke wasn't being mentioned in any of any of the media. He's not even
Not
in the poster.
helpful at all.
It's not helpful at all.
Cece goes, I'm
but-
Sarah just eating your phone.
I know. I'm just like looking at the camera.
I know. Can you're like right on the mic. What he did say was that he can't reveal anything about Luke because it would be too pivotal to the movie's plot. And the idea is that Finn comes from the Empire. He's a TIE fighter pilot. He was raised in this industrial complex, and it's 40 years after the original movie, which means that by this point, all of these heroes, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke, they're all sort of like legendary people at this point. Like, they have their lore, their myths, because there's so many different planets and so many things have happened since then that it's almost like they weren't real. So from his perspective, being raised on the Imperial side, Luke's like this war hero from the other side, the other faction. Like, he's technically a villain to Finn, right? Like, he's the reason the Empire went down. Like, he dealt a big blow. And so that's what the movie's going to revolve around, is that sort of dichotomy of evil becoming good and good guy representing evil to it's going to be very, very interesting how that works out. So although we don't have the answer, we have a little bit more insight to Luke's character, which is super cool, and definitely a story not told in Star Wars movies before.
Our friend Dano is in the comments.
Dano!
He says Luke is not evil. He's just hiding himself to protect everyone.
But can we
I
say
think-
Madison Taylor says, I hope he is evil? That would be amazing.
Here's the thing, I
Because
think-
then Leo would have to wear that costume.
Honestly, I might even just do it for a photo shoot. But listen, that'll go viral, break the internet.
I'll let
Here's
you
the
borrow
thing.
mine.
My prediction: Luke is. I'm going to agree with who said that in the chat that he was going to stay away.
That's
Anyways,
Dano.
Dano said that. Dano, I agree with you. I think Luke is going to stay out of the way because he represents balance in the Force. He's not supposed to intervene. He's neither Sith nor is he a Jedi. He is the balance in the
Wait,
Force.
you just told me he was like the epitome of Jedi.
He was in those
What?
movies because he
What?
studied
What?
under a Jedi. He studied the Jedi ways. But at this point, Luke is the most powerful Force user that ever lived. And he's supposed to represent the balance of the Force because Kylo Ren isn't a Sith. He's
not a Sith. No, he's not.
He's just a fanatic. He's just a Sith fanatic. And so there is no Sith. There are no Jedis. They're just light and dark now. Pretty cool. Balance of the Force renewed.
Wait.
We can talk about this all day, ladies and germs.
I know, and then Sarah will feel left out, so we can't.
She
make her
will
feel
not
left
only
out
feel left
anymore.
out, she will fall asleep.
I'm like,
She's like, I'm done with this popcorn. What else we got?
I'm excited for Star Wars, guys. I don't
Are you
want
excited?
a new one.
Let me ask you something. Are you excited because like you want to see the Star Wars storyline continue? Are you excited because you get to watch me like fanboy the most you've ever seen me fanboy?
Both. I'm really excited because I think like I was obviously alive when the prequels came out, and I remember it being like a big deal, but like I was really little still, so I like didn't understand the magnitude of what was happening, and I think it's like insane that there are more Star Wars movies coming out. Like it's pretty.
Oh yeah, dream come true. And to me, it's really interesting
Crazy.
because when the prequels came out, I mean, obviously it was a big deal, and all of my friends, we all freaked out, and I went with 19 people to see it opening day, and I remember.
You cried.
No, I remember watching it, and the movie was over, and I was just sort of staring at the screen, like, what was it? Was it good? Was that a good movie? I don't even.
I blacked out.
Yeah, it was so strange, and that I had to go back and watch it. And then I still didn't know. And I watched it 3 times in the theater. And after the 3rd time, I was like, yeah, it wasn't a good movie. It took me 3 times because I was so hype that the hype was like overcompensating for my actual thoughts on the movie. So this movie, I feel like, is the second chance for it to be what I wanted it to be back then. And my hype right now is insurmountable. Like I'm more hyped for this than I've ever been for any other movie. So
Yeah, I think it's just like an amazing something to live through.
Right.
And of course I am excited to see you geek out over
yeah, that's
it.
why I'm excited about the new Harry Potter movie, to be honest. Like, I'm going to check it out and I'm going to be into it.
I was
but
like, what new Harry Potter
But it's
movie?
like, but I really want to go. I want to see you blow up about it. Like, so what's your number one fandom, Keetin? Like, what, like of everything that
Of
exists?
everything?
Yeah.
Don't hate me.
No
Harry
judgment
Potter.
here. No, why would we hate you? We were just talking
I
about.
love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So
Really?
that's
That's
Harry
why
Potter,
we sit like this.
Harry Potter is what it. I didn't like reading when I was a kid, and then I started reading Harry Potter, and I like became obsessed with reading, I became obsessed with magical stories and creative writing.
Harry
and all
Potter
that
did that
stuff.
for a lot of kids, didn't it? It really got kids into
Make you
literature.
JK.
Legit, I love Harry Potter way more than I love Disney.
Yeah, I would say Harry Potter got kids into reading like Disney gets kids into like the arts. You know, like fun.
I mean, I think like Disney is very close because I love Disney. The first musical I ever saw in my entire life was Beauty and the Beast, and when I was 5 years old, and I think seeing that, I walked out of that seeing that play and being like, Mom, I want to be an actress.
Yeah. Oh, see, really?
Yeah.
But
So,
that's what I mean. Like
it
just instills some sort of drive.
That was literally something that changed my life, was seeing Beauty and the Beast. So it was Disney, it was Broadway, it was everything. But then Harry Potter also has a huge impact.
Then we can be friends.
Speaking of Broadway, it's Broadway week
Let's
on
talk about
Thingamablogs.
Oh yeah,
you guys
Broadway
should check
week.
it out.
Oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous. I just did a video today, and it was about.
It's very good. You would like
really?
it.
Yeah, it was interesting because I've never
sing?
seen.
No.
I'm saving that. I'm saving that for next week. But I've never seen anything on Broadway ever.
Ever.
And that includes Disney. I know, guys.
Can you please-
settle down.
Can you?
No, she can't. Because
enlighten him,
listen,
give him a
so what I did
childhood
was I did a
at some
video
point?
about people that have been on Disney Broadway musicals and also in other mainstream media like
Celebrities
movies
that
and
are in Disney musicals.
Yeah,
I
and it
need
was
to get
really
Ren
fun.
Carlson
Stevens
Romano.
on the show.
I know, right?
I need to.
Hold on, let me call him.
So we always have a weekly theme, and this week is Broadway week. And we had Stephanie Styles from Newsies on the channel.
Oh.
And John Tartaglia from Beauty and the Beast, but more famously Avenue Q. So it's been a good week.
It's been a fun week. What other news we got? Let me see.
Well, it's the Princess Leia news. Is the last bit of Star Wars news.
I don't think I know.
That being that she is no longer called Princess Leia.
I'm like, what?
I'm upset
Princess
about
Leia?
this.
She's called General Leia.
Yeah, because she's not a princess anymore because her planet
She
blew
ain't
up.
got no planet no more.
Too soon. You guys, we got to be careful when you tell
Looking
that joke
for
because
titles in Alderaan places.
oh my God,
Okay,
you stole my
General.
joke.
Okay, this is my overview of that. General is an awesome term. We know she knows her
Yeah,
war
well, she's
stuff.
not-
She's a bad donkey. To keep it Disney, she's
a bad bee.
She's a bad bee.
Yeah.
So General Leia is awesome,
Yeah.
but she will always be Princess Leia to me. I
Right.
want her to be inducted into the Disney Princess Hall of
Yeah.
Fame.
I love how this article is like, someone at some point slips and calls her princess. It's like, obviously, Han.
Yeah.
Like, obviously.
Well, she is a. I mean, she
It's
like.
gonna be like a little like.
Be like, haha.
Well,
princess.
it's like those things like the royal family. Like even if you're never going to be heir to the throne, like you're still a prince. You keep the title. They're like, you know what, you were
Yeah,
a prince.
because you are a prince.
Yeah,
like
but
Prince
you're-
Harry.
but-
You talking about Prince Harry?
Yeah, I
He's never
guess.
gonna be a king, but he's a prince.
Yeah, but
Prince
he's
of
like
what?
Prince of
Prince
what?
Ali. Da, 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 da.
Those are the exact words.
That's what I-
Prince Ali also doesn't have a kingdom.
Yeah, was he a prince of an oasis out in the middle of the desert?
Prince of nothing.
Whoa, Prince of Thieves.
Well, he's actually Prince of Agrabah now, actually King of Sultan of Agrabah, because he married into it.
Yeah, but is he the Sultan if the Sultan's still alive? No, he's just
Sultan's
the
dead by now.
Yeah, I've assumed
Whoa,
the Sultan's dead. It's
hello.
been many years.
In all of the sequels, did the Sultan ever die?
We need to do a watch along of some Disney movies.
Oh, actually, that's a really good point. I have a question for the chat room. After Good Dinosaur comes out, so we're going to see it before it comes out.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna say it
We're seeing
before
it
it comes
Monday.
out.
Yeah. So actually, you know what? Let's do this. How about the week after it comes out? So so it comes out on Thanksgiving. That following Wednesday, we do an entire show devoted to analyzing that movie.
I'm into
What do you guys
it.
say? Spoil.
Because I can see it.
Super spoiler heavy.
Well,
so
let us know in the comments if you're into that.
let us know if you're
not.
into that. Let us know if you want to watch that.
We won't do it.
Because I know a lot of you will have seen it by then, and it would be fun to kind of go do an analysis of the movie. So let us know what you guys think about that. But moving forward in the news, what else we got?
We got. We're moving on to the stuff that I love.
Okay, so now we're in Pixar land.
Go, Sarah.
Hyperspace out of Star Wars into Pixar. And let's see what we got. Oh, speaking of Good Dinosaur,
Jinx.
Jinx again. Our
Mom
mental
and Dad, you're
synchronization.
so silly.
Oh my god.
The initial reviews of Good Dinosaur.
Because the premiere
Are
was
good?
yesterday or something.
They're rolling in.
They are good.
Well, goodish. Here's the thing: there's good and bad.
I have a lot to say about this.
Let me give a recap, and then you can go at length at this.
She's about to, like,
essentially, the cliff notes on all of the reviews bundled up and crunched up into one tight little sentence here is that
Spark notes.
the environment is beautiful. The characters are a little jarring to look at. Is a stark contrast. The story is weak, but the movie is still good. It's just not stellar. Like it's formulaic, and
no Finding Nemo.
It's no Finding Nemo. It's just like it's the Pixar base, and they're comparing it to Brave, where it's like it's a movie you'll watch, but it doesn't really have anything to stand out.
They focus too much on all the technology stuff rather than the story stuff and the stuff that Pixar is really known for.
Right, but there's a common thread in that even though it looks beautiful and it's completely stunning and the nature aspects are just overwhelming, the characters still quite don't fit, and this seems to be the complaint that I've had, the worry that I've had, and it stands out with them. So take that with a grain of salt. Go see the movie yourself. But
Leo just wants to say, "I told you so."
It's not that I told you so. It's that it's from an artistic point of view. It seems so obvious, but that's not even the concern. It's the story. It's the writing. It just doesn't have that pop. But Sarah, you've got some thoughts.
So all the headlines say, to quote them, they say, Good Dinosaur is visually stunning, but not as emotional as Inside Out.
Which Sarah didn't think was emotional.
Oh my god. Well,
do you have feelings?
No.
Literally, the one scene that I saw from Good Dinosaur at D23 was better than all of Inside Out, and like more emotional than every single part of Inside Out, even Big Bang.
Even what? Even Big Mama's? I think he said Big Mama's house. I was like, Martin Short.
So, okay. It's worrisome because I also thought that Brave felt like a DreamWorks
it was a bit
plot
flat.
line.
It was very flat.
If I will go there.
I
felt
will
like
agree
a DreamWorks plot
I will
line.
agree with you on that.
No,
Brave
that's
does
weird
not
because
stand out to me.
How to Train Your Dragon was pretty good.
It's just like, that's a story.
Nah, Brave didn't even hold a candle to.
I still am
is the
hoping.
dumbest
I feel like
No, you don't because you didn't like Inside Out.
You have no feelings.
That's a joke.
I feel like it'll be something like WALL-E. That's kind of a little more
No.
adult.
So
I hate WALL-E.
here's the thing.
I love WALL-E.
Here's one of the reviews.
Can
This
you
is what they
just
said.
Let me. No.
Well, I want to clarify something.
God.
Because you brought up WALL-E, and I want to jump on this WALL-E train. One of the complaints was that it doesn't feel like they created a world for these characters to live in. It's almost like they're just sort of in another world, right? Like WALL-E created a world that exists on its own, and he's solving problems within his own universe. Arlo just is a weird gummy bear dinosaur living in Yellowstone National Park.
Gumby.
Which, yeah, I mean, he looks just like Gumby.
Enough talking about the design. I'm over it.
Yeah, but that's like like when you're doing animation, that's why you do it, because visual storytelling is important.
I just am not hung up on it at all.
But that's not the point.
This is like people who are like, saying, I can't watch Doctor Who because the special effects are so bad.
But they're
I'm
also
get
saying that
that's part of the charm of Doctor Who. Don't you ever insult Doctor Who.
But here's the thing. They spent so much time focusing on the environment. They straight out call it the villain. And for it not to be integral to the storyline seems so silly. It doesn't feel tied together, That's I don't know. That's what they're saying.
Well, can we? That's
what idiots are saying.
Stop this conversation now. Let's wait till we all see it.
Let's go.
Okay, Ronda Rousey, I'm gonna kick you to the side of the head and knock you out until
if you're
next
Ronda
week.
Rousey, then I'm Holly Holmes, and I'd be kicking you.
I'm Holly Holmes. I'm kicking you. I'm knocking you out. Let's move on.
God,
we'll see this movie.
That's a whole other show. Is there an MMA show on Popcorn Talk? Because
oh my god, I'm just saying. I think it's gonna be like. I feel like this. I'm hoping the storyline is gonna be something like Up that is relatively straightforward, but then there's like a little twist, like just a little twist.
Here's the thing, though. After like the initial beginning of Up, the story's pretty forgettable.
Oh my god, no, it's not. When they find out that guy is the villain, it's like
Kevin,
Doug,
Squirrel.
You know how much I cared, though.
Oh god, I hate
Zero.
I hate you. I'm breaking up. With
Like
you.
I like Doug. I like the
We're
visuals.
done.
I
We're
like
done. We're
Russell.
moving
I like
on.
all
We're
of them,
moving
but
on.
you know, I just didn't.
Toy Story 4.
gonna be amazing.
Patricia Arquette, guys.
Yeah.
She's added to the cast.
Pat Arquette.
Patty Arquette.
We don't know who she is though, but we know that she's part of the cast.
Yep.
What is she most known for?
Holes.
Yes, I love Holes. Did anybody
Holes?
watch Shia LaBeouf?
Yes.
Watch all of Shia LaBeouf's movies?
Yes.
A genius. Genius
Did you
move by
watch
Shia
it? Were you
LaBeouf.
watching
I
it?
watched pieces of it, but I just wanted to know. I wish I would have known what movies he was watching when he was watching them because I feel like
Oh,
that
they didn't
wasn't.
tell you.
It's people are like saying it like when he was watching Even Stevens movie, he was like laughing his patootie off.
I'm sure he was because that was my childhood.
And he's like loving it.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of his movies. I haven't seen that many though. Like I've seen Holes. I've seen Indiana Jones. I've seen AI. But I mean, I don't really. What else? You know, Transformers. Okay.
So she was in Holes. She was also in what's it called?
Sam.
No, that one
I
that
know,
just
I'm
came out about the boy who grew up.
Oh, Benjamin Button.
No, Boyhood.
Boyhood.
The boy who
Boyhood.
grew up, literally Boyhood.
Boyhood.
I just want to give a shout out here to
Kissing Kate.
Superior Iron
Kissing
Hero
Kate
for agreeing with me
Barlow.
about Up.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. She was in Boyhood. Everybody's shouting out now the movies. So.
Yeah. But more famously, Holes.
But the weird thing is, it's
Well,
like
let's talk
now
about
she's part of the
Holes.
cast, but there's no other.
We should do a watch along for Holes. Digging him.
I just want to reach out to the
Such a
chat
great
room.
cast.
Do you see what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis?
Yellow spotted lizards. I love Holes. Can you
It's
tell?
so good. It's such a great cast.
I don't
That
like
cast
Holes.
is phenomenal.
When I
Have
get
you
a-
ever seen Holes?
I have seen
Dig it
holes,
up,
and I'm
zero.
gonna tell you something. When I eat a donut, I don't want holes in my food. I
Have
want
you read
a complete-
Holes?
No, I don't.
I'm
I
bringing
don't know how to
donuts
read.
to our watch along of Holes.
I don't know
And
why-
others-
why
There's
read
no
it.
better drama than when they're in that pit with the yellow spotted
Oh
lizards.
my god, it's terrifying as a child. When you're reading that, you're like,
And
oh
when
my
the
god.
warden puts the nail polish and just smacks him in the face, it's like, God, the warden's so scary.
Oh, the warden's great.
When they
though.
find those peaches in the middle of nowhere on
they
God's
eat
thumb
it.
with the onions.
Guys, next week we're going to be starting our new Holes podcast. Where we
love
talk about
Holes.
Holes.
Holes every day,
All right.
all day.
So Patricia Arquette, she's in Toy Story 4. We don't know her role. Congratulations to her. That's cool news. That's cool. She's obviously got a legacy in Holes. But going back to the Good Dinosaur, one other thing we didn't mention here, Good Dinosaur, they just released a clip from the movie.
Released a clip.
And
it
it's-
was so good.
it was-
Obviously, it's
It
going to
was
be good.
not that good. And
It
the
wasn't
clip
bad.
is all about, you want to know how I got these scars?
That's a really creepy voice, and I don't like it.
Have you ever
the Joker.
seen the yeah, it's the
I know,
Joker. It's
I
my
know.
Heath
That's why I
Ledger.
said I don't like it. Please don't do it again.
Yeah, but that's literally what the clip is about. You didn't watch the clip, but I got you on this one.
Wow, you way to call me out, Leo.
Well, I want you. You're gonna watch it right now.
We're gonna watch.
I'm gonna do my voiceover for you since the audience can hear me. Oh, you can hear it. Cool.
I don't know if you're ready for that story.
I can take it.
Oh, yeah, you gotta jump off.
That's a good one.
It was 100 degrees in the shade. I walked for 5 days with no water.
I love
Then
him.
I saw it, a pretty pond. I bent down to take a drink when these crocs launched out of the water. One croc bit me on the face. Ain't no way I wasn't at supper. Except for one thing. I wasn't ready for dying that day.
Ooh.
I bit one croc in half, tail whipped the other, and the last one, well, I drowned that croc in my own blood.
Dang! Oh, look. Gives me little goosies every time. I love that story.
Yeah, nothing about that really.
I
popped for me.
love that.
Nothing
That's
about popping.
great.
I mean, like whatever,
goosebumps.
like whatever.
Goosies.
What did you want them to show? The stick
Well,
part?
I wanted it to be some some sort of puppet, and he's like, in my own blood. And I was like, and then like to be
He's
like,
a Western star.
Yeah, I know he is. But like, the thing is, the scene didn't, I don't know, maybe in the greater context of things, it'll make more sense. But it just, I don't know, like, why would they release that particular scene?
I was
no
super
point
into it.
Yeah, well, it's okay to be wrong. It's
like,
fine.
my face was the same as the little dinosaur. So it's going to be the dinosaur.
Look, it's cool. And I mean, the voice acting is stupendous. But it just felt weird. Even when he's preparing the, it just seemed like too much. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just going in here with like a impress me sort of attitude.
Stop being so negative and pessimistic.
And the thing is, I love
Negative
dinosaurs, so I wanted to see like a Dinotopia type of movie, not.
They already tried to do it.
I know, and
it
that's
was terrible.
why it hurts my feelings.
I liked Dinosaur. That movie was great.
No. Dinosaur is utter garbage.
We're both like, no.
Disney pretends they didn't make that.
Yeah, they're like, we never did it. We have a ride about it.
We have a ride, which, by the way, makes
So
up for the
good.
movie because the ride is amazing. It's Indiana Jones with dinosaurs. I don't know. I want chat room. What do you guys feel about that clip? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I liked it. I thought it was cute.
I don't love the dinosaur's eyes. Yeah, I get that. The T-Rex look a little weird. Let's see what we got here. You guys leave some comments in there. I'll read them after because you guys forgot we're on a delay. So, moving forward to the news. That's it for Pixar.
That's it for Pixar.
We're moving forward to Disney Studios animation stuff now. Let's see. So, Sarah's favorite composer, Michael, how do you pronounce his last name?
Giacchino.
Giacchino.
I met him last week.
Italiano. I
did
saw
meet
those
him.
pictures.
I
you
met him.
posted.
I was literally freaking out. Like, he was behind me at this screening, and I was like, oh my God, Michael Giacchino's behind me.
Well, the weird thing is you were too embarrassed, and Tiff had to pump you up.
I was with Tiffany from Thingamavlogs, and we were like there. And when we all left the screening, I was like, I have to say hi to him. And then he like left, and I was like, oh, I missed my chance. But then he came back in, and she was like, do it now. And I was like, I can't. She had to do it for me. She was like, we're really big fans. Can we take a picture with you? I was like,
and you told him you were a big fan because you love his work on Star Trek.
I didn't tell him anything. I literally didn't say a word. I was just like,
He's always going to be a Star Trek.
He asked me a question about like my office, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're talking to me about normal things. We're like best friends." I love up.
Yeah.
Married life.
What is the news about?
Okay, so anyway, the news is that he is composing the score for Zootopia. So this will be his first time doing scoring a Disney Studios animated movie, whereas before he's only done Pixar. He's done other stuff.
He's pretty
just in terms
stoked
of
about
Disney.
it. He's pretty stoked about it. It seems.
It makes me more stoked for Zootopia.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was gonna
way
say it's
more.
gonna make Sarah's gonna be Zootopia's #1 fan.
I love Zootopia.
No, because see, that's where I live. Like, she can be the Good Dinosaur fan. I'm the Zootopia. I'm
allowed to
pumped.
like Zootopia.
Yeah, why
You
can
can?
you be the only one that likes Zootopia?
Because I want to like it more. Okay. I'm exhaling when I do that because it gives me more attitude. No, I'm really, really stoked about that movie. That also pumps me up because I love Star Trek. And Sarah loves it. That's what I compare him to every single time instead of any of his other work. Look at your face. You look
Is
dead
he
to me.
scoring the new Star Trek movie?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Sarah?
I don't know.
Online community?
He's busy doing Disney things. But that's
Was
pretty
he a
cool.
nice guy?
Oh, he was so nice.
Okay.
And I'm embarrassed because I misspoke on the last episode where I talked about him. I said that he was scoring the Henson movie Turkey Hollow, but it's impressively his son who's like 18.
Shut up.
Yeah, he's like a
That's
senior
so
in high
cool.
school, and he just like scored a movie.
Of course. A Jim Henson movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jim
it's
Henson
Lifetime. Did I tell you the Ludacris story about that?
Oh no, you didn't tell me the Ludacris story.
Oh, my goodness.
Ludacris is the on-screen narrator for
He
Jim
is.
Henson's Turkey Hollow, coming out this Saturday, the 21st at 8 p.m. 7 Central on Lifetime.
Yes. And I waited on Ludacris and asked him if his mom was in town to see the preview or the premiere of this movie. And
He was
Ludacris
like,
got
no.
weird.
He was like, no. He was like, I wasn't even really in the movie.
He goes, what? How do you know about that? And I was like, it's on the big poster that's down the street.
It's like
and
your name is on the
right
billboard.
there. And he's like, is my face there? And I'm like, no, I'm so sorry. I'll
It's
never
just
bring it
like
up
Chris
again.
Ludacris,
It's Jim
whatever.
Henson. And I love Jim Henson.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk away now and here's your check. Like, that's what basically like how the conversation went. I tried to be cool and like talk to him about a project he was
He's very
working on.
funny in it.
No. I'm sure he is.
He is. It's the kind. He's kind of has a weird
Ludacris?
role. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's always funny.
He narrates it.
Yeah.
He
How-
narrates it on screen.
Whoa, what?
He's on-screen narrator. Like he comes in and is like, and now this is gonna happen.
Is that
and
your
like,
Ludacris impression?
That's how he talks. He's like, welcome to Turkey Hollow. There's monsters here.
That is, you sound like an inebriated British man who's trying to do an American
I want
accent.
Sarah to
and
do
failing.
her own short version of Turkey Hollow, basically cosplaying Ludacris.
People are excited for Turkey. I'm sorry that it's not Disney, but it's important to me. People are excited for Turkey Hollow in the comments. I just want you to know that there's one of the monsters' name is Thring.
Oh my God, you guys.
They're named after the sounds that they make. So one of them's name is Thring. Tiff loves him.
They're like Pokemon.
And he goes Thring.
Yeah, that's really funny. Except that Sarah says it all the time. She just walks on. Hey babe, do you want some coffee? Jesus Christ.
To be a fly on the wall, and you guys.
You would just fall off the wall from the vibrations of her saying "thring" all the time. Throwing it back to the chat room though.
In fact, Zach in the booth here, Michael Giacchino is on board for Star Trek Beyond.
Solid.
As well
Yes.
as, according
Zach.
to IMDb, it's been announced he's doing Cars 3 and The Incredibles 2.
Wow,
I knew he was
all
doing
over the
Incredibles too.
place. That's really, really cool. Actually, someone in the chat room said that he's J.J. Abrams' go-to man, so that makes perfect sense, and that's awesome. Thank you for looking that up. That's amazing.
On Lifetime.
Way to go. Way to
So
score.
he's probably
Ding,
going to
ding.
be scoring a Star Wars movie soon enough.
Point for Gryffindor up
He's
in the
such-
chat room.
Wait,
So
'cause-
good.
wait, are you Gryffindor? I thought you
I'm
said you were
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
I give him a point. He's
You're
Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff. You got the yellow. You're representing
And you're
tonight,
Slith.
and I'm Slith.
That's why he's Gryffindor up in the booth. I just want to throw it back to the chat room. It seems like a lot of people are very sort of on the fence about Good Dinosaur. They're not really sure. They agree that they want to be impressed. They do think it's a little goofy, a little silly, but they're holding their hopes intact. And Chris Glass actually said, it's nice to see the T-Rexes be good guys for a change in a movie. And I
like that too.
completely agree with that, although they are fun villains. But it looks like the Raptors are going to be villains, so that's kind of cool.
Well, no, they don't call them raptors. What do they call
I know,
them?
but they're like the raptor dinosaurs.
just like go out there.
They're like, howdy. Anyway,
Yeah.
what else
All
we
right.
got? Moving forward. Oh, yeah. So back to the park news. So we were talking about the theater where, we actually already talked about that. That was Captain Neo's gone. So
Well,
that's
no, but this is at Disney World.
at Disney World.
So they brought back Captain Neo in 2008 after Michael Jackson
Right.
passed away.
Right.
I saw
And
it.
it has been at Disney World since then, but it's officially going away.
Bye-bye.
It's
And,
actually at Epcot.
There's no reason
leaving.
that it would be coming back at this point.
It's run its course. It did its time.
It's sad.
Like
I
Alien
Captain Neo.
Encounter. It was too scary, so it's gone.
I mean, it wasn't really that good, but it was just
love
a
Captain
piece
Neo.
of Disney history.
he's
And I
Michael
liked going.
Jackson.
I liked every time I would go in, and the screen as you were waiting said EO, and I would put my hand up like that and make it say Leo and take pictures on the internet.
You're so self-involved.
But the reason why
Right.
it's leaving is because they are bringing in a Disney/Pixar short film festival, which
Which is
a
weird.
deceiving name because it's not like anyone's submitting to the film festival. It's just them.
No, it's a festival about their films.
They're showing their own short films.
Yeah, and it's 3 films, but what we don't know is if they are the same 3 films every single time,
Or rotating them
a schedule of 3 films, or if they're randomly rotated like Star
Well, because
Tours.
you can watch all of their shorts on Netflix, now,
Netflix,
which
yep.
I've done multiple times at this point. Whenever
But
I
is
get
Pixar
bored.
up there
The
or
John-
just Disney Studios?
it's
it's
only
just-
Pixar stuff
Yeah.
in the
Dis-
theater.
Yeah.
No, but
no.
Oh, it's not.
No.
It's both. It's Pixar and Disney.
because the ones on Netflix are just Disney.
Right, but I'm wondering if this theater is like a Pixar,
Just
film
Pixar?
festival.
Like
I don't
just
know.
Pixar, just-
it might just be
the
shorts.
Disney ones are so good, though.
I know they're all good. I came home to Sarah watching them the other day. I'm like, what is? I didn't even know they were on Netflix.
The John Henry one, I had
That's
never
so
seen that
good.
one. It's
Oh,
it's like
it's crazy.
I think that's my favorite one of all
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
really good. It's really interesting too because on Netflix, like the thumbnail for it, it's so small you can't even see what it is.
You don't even, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know that it's Disney. You don't know that it's
They should
anything.
just label it Frozen, and it'll probably just get
Well,
tons of clicks.
that's our
Click.
conspiracy theory. We think that Disney released them all just to have a reason to release the Frozen.
Yeah,
show.
they made a DVD of it just so that they could sell it because of Frozen.
And they knew that it would sell. So that's cool. Repackage it. I don't mind. Disney fans, we'll buy it. You sell it, we buy it.
It's a cool idea. I don't know. I wish that like they would use the space kind of
More wisely. But it's tough because it's a
wisely.
theater.
I wish they'd
You're
get
so
a little more
limited.
creative with it.
Well, I mean.
You know what I love at Disney World is Mike and Sully's Laugh Factory. The laugh floor,
I've never
Monsters
done
Inc.
that.
laugh floor. It is so funny. It is so funny. Ooh,
Do
I
you,
got too
do you know
close.
what I've still never seen that you guys told me you'd take me to is the Magical Map Show? And I know on
Oh,
Thingamavlogs,
I
I
know.
know that's what on Halloween,
Patrick.
Patrick was the best.
Yeah, we still got to
map
take you.
ever.
Well, we did go to Disneyland with you, and we had some trouble actually getting together.
And we were
We
doing
were doing a lot of things
We
that
did.
day.
Yeah,
it
we
was
were
a
all
crazy
doing
day.
lots of
But
things.
we'll have to go again then.
But you did introduce me to the Mad Tea Party. Which,
Which, how'd you,
literally- I loved it.
review, yeah.
I love the Mad Tea.
How many cups of tea out of 10?
How many cups of tea out of 10? I would say, because I was surprised, I would say 9 cups of tea out of 10. Just because it's not what you would expect, and then you're like, is this Disney?
Yeah,
They're
it's the most un-Disney Disney thing.
And then
That's
you're
why I
buying
love
a
it.
drink.
Disney
Leo
rave.
bought me a drink. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, so it was good.
a lot of fun.
I didn't buy you a drink. We don't drink.
You bought me a delicious
punch.
punch. It was
So
a punch.
our last piece of news is kind of like whatever.
They announced, guys.
Well, we already knew.
Alan Menken. Well, we knew Alan Menken was writing new songs for the cruise line
Tangled performance.
Which I want to be in.
And now you can hear the 3 new songs. And the first one is right at the beginning of the story when
Golden Flower.
sung by Flynn, and he explains basically the opening narrative of the animated movie. He's just singing about it and explaining the story and the kingdom and what goes on with that. The second one is
about
a
Flynn.
comedy song about Flynn and about
Wanted
the brothers
Man.
trying to catch him, and he's a wanted man. And the third song is when they go back to the village, and they're like drawing with the chalk, and the girls are doing her hair. It's a villager song, and all the villagers sing with them, and they rejoice and all that good stuff, as you can hear.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's classic Alan Menken. You can totally hear his style in there.
Yeah.
Brave platform. Pretty cool. So there's you guys check that out, search that up, go watch those songs, and then go do some YouTube covers because I know you're gonna. But that's it. That's all the news we got. And what was the thing we said we were gonna come back
we
to?
were going to talk about Huntsman prequel.
Oh, Huntsman. It's not Disney.
Disney, but it's in
It's
the
Snow
Disney
White.
realm because it's Snow White.
First of all, Charlize Theron not dead. Second of all, Elsa coming in with a different name named Freya.
Elsa.
Third of all, no
You
more
guys are
Kristen
talking
Stewart.
about this in the most confusing way ever.
There's a
I'm
movie
sorry.
called Huntsman.
Does everyone remember
That is a
Snow
sequel
White
to
and the
Snow White and
Huntsman,
the Huntsman.
featuring Kristen Stewart? They
And
are
Chris Hemsworth,
making
aka Thor.
prequel/sequel called The Huntsman.
Yeah.
That's just
that
about
doesn't
the
make
Huntsman.
any sense. They got rid of
And
Case
so
2.
Charlize Theron is still alive because it's kind of a prequel, and they brought in all these other characters. Jessica Chastain is in it.
Which I
she's
hate.
like the warrior.
Yeah. And she looks very strange in this. It's actually all women except for Chris Hemsworth, which is.
I know, like bad
It's-
donkey women.
Yeah, it's oh
my God.
Let's not
Term.
call them that. That's weird. But I'm actually kind of excited because I really dug the first movie. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that's our news.
Their posters are cool though.
Yeah, they are.
That's what they released.
I mean,
They released the
Chris Hemsworth,
posters.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Like
come on, give me
the
that.
Ice Queen, Freya. Is that what you said her name
Freya,
is?
yeah.
Freya. She literally looks like Khaleesi mixed with like Arwen.
Kalelsa.
Khaleesi.
Sleazy.
Kalelsa.
We'll let you guys come up with that hashtag. Make sure you guys hit us up on social media too. We want to know all your thoughts on all the
Yes,
news this
leave a
week.
comment.
If you guys come across some news, hit us up so we can talk about it on next week's show. But that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
What's your Twitter account, Leo?
If you guys want to follow me on the internet, you can follow me on Twitter at Leo Zombie, or preferably Instagram because that's my jam. That's where I live, at Mr. Leo Zombie. Hit me up on there. Let me know that you watched the show tonight. Super would appreciate that. And you can always watch me on YouTube as well at Mr. Leo Zombie.
I am Sarah Snitch on Twitter, at Sarah Snitch on YouTube. I'm Sarah Snitch on Instagram. Thingamavlogs. Join us for Broadway Week this week.
Yeah, go watch it.
Yeah.
I am not Sarah Snitch, but I am Keetin Marchi. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Keetin Marchi, and all over AfterBuzz because I do lots of shows, and on Popcorn
You're all over the
Talk
place. And
today,
next
too.
week you're going to come cosplaying as Sarah, which is great.
I am going to come cosplay as you. I don't have a really good wig for you, but I have a short black wig that probably would be more Leo than you, but
Be Leo.
Do it. Do it.
I don't think it's going to work.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and know that it will always
Wait,
work.
but next
What?
week
Thank
it's
you for
Thanksgiving,
being
so
here
we're not going to be
today.
here.
I will be here.
You will be here, and I will be here, but you.
Oh, it's just me. So I'm going to have to find some guests.
We'll
guys,
see.
hit me up on Twitter. Let me
We'll
know who you
see.
want to have on this
I'll be
show.
here.
Let's do it.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
Later,
here
guys.
today.
Bye-bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.